to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. Google Earth imagery. Mount Shasta. Has Google Earth captured a flying disc in broad daylight? This video has been recently submitted to us on Third Phase of Moon. It's the first time we've seen it. We're going to be sharing this with you in this episode, including some NASA footage and some possible weather manipulation. But we're going to be also supplying the original coordinates to this discovery that came to our attention right here at Third Phase of Moon. So buckle up, everybody. Let's get to it. We're going to start off with the ISS footage of something that appears on the ISS cameras of a small white light coming to a standstill and then doing some erratic maneuvers, just pausing there, and then all of a sudden accelerating to the left at great speeds. I've never seen a satellite do anything like this before. This is something crazy. Is there some kind of secret space force up there, or is this something extraterrestrial in nature? Brent, I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, Blake, this is pretty wild. Look at that. It just banks up there to the right, does this kind of zigzag motion, and then speeds up. We're adding a little speed just to demonstrate the motion of this object, whatever it is. I think we're speeding it up by 3 times. This is actual motion right here. You can see it just move, creep along, do this weird maneuver, and then just stall like that, and then moves to the left. What in the world is this? Is this, like Blake said, a secret space program, new technology that we're not familiar with? Whatever it is, it's pretty intriguing.
Absolutely legit footage coming in from NASA, unless NASA is putting in artifacts in the film like Neil deGrasse Tyson said. I highly doubt it. What we're looking at, in my opinion, is authentic. What's interesting too is when you follow this light, again, it does erratic maneuvers, then goes in a direct direction to the left at high rates of speed. It's hard to say what's going on here, but I'm having to rule out satellites. Obviously, it's not a drone. It's up there in space. And again, NASA cut the feed just shortly after this observation of this light. Once again, I'm adding some brightness contrast so we could take a look at this a little closer. You know, the video footage is a little crappy. I wish the ISS wouldn't be shooting on potato cameras, but this is what we're dealing with. And I'm pretty confident that there is no manipulation with this video. What we're looking at is very genuine. The question is, what the heck is it? Guys, I want to get your opinions while we're doing this live premiere. We're here with you all in the chat. And once again, could this be ice debris, some kind of just simple ice or space junk? Usually, if that's the case, they don't kind of go into just erratic maneuvers such as this one is doing. Again, we're looking at it again once more, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around what this possibly could be. Any more thoughts on this one, Brent, before we get to the next video?
Yeah, this one's cool. You know, I haven't seen anything like this. This one is capturing my eye, and one for the books for Third Phase of Moon. I really like this a lot, especially the unorthodox moves that it makes. Nothing conventional that we've seen in our arsenal that could do something like this. Is this controlled by something otherworldly or something of high technology, like I said, that we're looking at for the first time?
You know, this is exactly, Brent, one for the history books. I'm thinking maybe we should submit this to the Congressman Tim Burchett, try and maybe have him get the word out and ask questions of NASA and have them explain to us what's going on. And NASA, heads up, you're in the UFO hunt. As you guys stated recently over the past month, you're joining the hunt for UFOs. Well, you should start here and try and explain this one away, or at least give us some kind of answer. Whether you have one or not, we'd sure like to know. Now, let's get to some more footage coming into Third Phase of Moon, and I'm kind of pumped about this one. Weather phenomenon. You know, is there manipulation? This one's very strange. It looks like something just punched through the clouds. You see this orange rip in kind of a spherical shape, almost as if it were ready to impact, but it's just hovering and stationary in the skies. This something natural? Again, I haven't seen anything quite like this. People call it the punch cloud, and or the hand of God. Again, meteorologist, I would like to get your take on this. It almost looks like there's a smoke trail as whatever this cloud, if it is indeed just a simple mundane cloud, it almost has this tail behind it. Brett, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, Blake, I'm leaning towards this being a natural phenomenon, an aerial weather phenomenon. But again, this is unique. I'd like to see more of these submissions if they look anything like this so we can match it up. Look at this thing. There's this glowing ball of orange bright light within the cloud, and then that dark kind of tail that's dragging behind it. I'm still, again, leaning that this is a natural phenomenon, but wow, what a catch.
We're looking at your comments right now in the live chat, and we're appreciating everybody who's joining us tonight from around the world. Again, we receive these videos and we put them out as fast as possible so we could all together find out the truth. Again, I'm looking at this. People might say this is CGI. I highly doubt it. What we're seeing here is legitimate footage once again. A lot of people think that we just put up CGI every single day. Every single video is CGI. And on the contrary, we're getting it from the source. And once again, this seems genuine to me. Weather manipulation, HARP comes to mind, or again, just a simple mundane cloud. You know, we've been living in the tropics here in Hawaii for many decades now, and I've never seen anything quite like this. So I urge anybody, if you see anything strange in the sky, definitely, if you don't know what it is, pull out your cameras, start filming, upload that video to YouTube so people could maybe corroborate the evidence. Maybe somebody else witnessed this. I'm hoping more videos come forward because I'm digging this one. For some reason, I always like weather phenomenon, and this is indeed one of those cases of something bizarre happening in the sky. Now, this is kind of interesting. Mount Shasta. We're going to be supplying the coordinates, but it seems to me that they might be covering this up on Google Earth. But is that a flying disc up there in the sky? We're going to be giving credit to the person who submitted it to us. His name is Mike Kings from Modesto, California. He's got a TikTok called Aliens and UFOs. Appreciate that, Mike, for giving us a heads up on this. We've done some research, and apparently this has been out for many years, but I've not seen this one before. That's why we're sharing it with you here on Third Phase of Moon. Again, is this some kind of an anomaly or an artifact on Google Earth's imagery, the optics? Could it be a drip of water, or is this some kind of craft up in the sky? You know, it's next to the ski lift. Are those people looking at it? It almost looked like they're kind of looking left there. The roads, when it wasn't snowed in. And then look at these people. It almost seems it's kind of hanging out there. Let's just look around and see if it comes in other parts of the Google Earth imagery as we randomly kind of go in the location. And there it is. Again, it seems to have like an underbelly and some kind of black ring around it, and a little white light within the black ring that encircles the craft, if that's what it indeed is. Definitely broad daylight. And you could go to Google Earth and look for yourself. Again, this isn't CGI unless Google Earth is playing games. We're putting out the evidence as it comes in. I'm just wondering if anybody over there in Mount Shasta, as they're skiing, maybe have caught this on their cameras. It's interesting as we keep looking around to see if it's still there in other angles from that same day. But I'm digging it. It definitely does resemble like it's a craft, but here's the coordinates. So everybody do your own research. Type those coordinates in, and it's still there as of 2022. And again, we want to thank Mike Kings for giving us a heads up on this. Brent?
Yeah, Blake, Mount Shasta is a hot spot. There's been many sightings of UFOs. Now, Google Earth is kind of like a Galileo project, you could say. They got cameras all over the world looking up. Why wouldn't they capture a UFO on their Google imagery? It's possible, but I'm not 100% sure that this is UFO. I'm still on the fence. some people say that this could just be ordinary, maybe just a drip on the lens of the Google Cam. That's a possibility. There is some stretching in the lens. You can see it's quite wide, kind of a fisheye angle, and it would kind of stretch maybe a water drip out. But then again, the skies are clear. I don't see any other drips of water on the lens. I'm just seeing something kind of odd. Again, could it be an artifact? That's all on the table. It's interesting, though. You can almost see the craft reflecting off the ground itself. It seems to be kind of support its surrounding area and its characteristics, the way it's reflecting off the body of this thing. Now, the big question is, what is it? And that's what we're here for. We're trying to find the truth.
You know, we've come across imagery like this before on Google Earth, and sometimes there's artifacts, maybe a chip or a crack in the lens, and there's a defect, and then it comes up on all the photographs, and it looks like some kind of artifact. But then, look at this. We're looking at it very close, and it definitely seems that it has shape, and it's almost like you say, Brett, reflecting off the trees and the snow below. Everything matches up, and like I said, you could go there yourself and find out and do your own research. Again, we're not manipulating or adding any kind of artifacts here at Third Phase Moon. We're just trying to find out the truth as the public brings us the evidence. And it's exciting times right here at Third Phase Moon. We're super pumped. We just reached over 800,000 subscribers. A lot of support out there coming in from around the world. And sure, we've made mistakes in the past, but as Albert Einstein has stated, he who doesn't make a mistake doesn't come up with anything new. And I think Third Phase of Moon has been around for 13 years plus, and definitely we've made some mistakes out there, but we're trying to keep our focus keen on the phenomenon, something that's compelling, something that you can't easily debunk. And some people out there think they could easily debunk things without any kind of evidence. And if you're a debunker, you got to be 100% right. You can't make any mistakes. What we're doing here is admitting that we don't know what it is, and that's what we're trying to find out. So there's a difference between debunkers and presenters. You can't kill the messenger.
Yeah, well said, Blake. Again, we're just out here getting the truth. We got a great support team out there, really good friends that have our back, and if we really appreciate that. It means a lot. Everybody in the chat room, we do see your support. We hear it in the comments, and it just means so much to us that that you brought us to where we are, and where we're going. And I think we're a powerful tool, and if we use this channel right, it could be a force of good, and that's what we're here for.
We want to thank everybody who's joining us tonight and all the support. We appreciate it. Guys, I want to get your thoughts. Mount Shasta, it's a hot spot for UFOs. There's a lot of people that have seen the phenomenon by Mount Shasta in the general area. Is it a magnet for UFOs? What's the deal with Mount Shasta? That's something we all got to find out. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Keep your eyes on the skies. Be safe. And if you've captured anything amazing, don't forget, like I said earlier, upload that video to YouTube, copy paste that link to my email. You could contact us via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, right here at YouTube. My email is in the description. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins. We'll see ya next time.